Today it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the New Orleans Saints taking on the Seattle Seahawks.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
Two weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. From his end zone, here's Rashid Shaheed. And the decision to bring it out of Portland, especially given the new rules, they're going to be backed up deep to start this drive.
All right, I knew I forgot to ask a question when we sat with the coaches about just how aggressive will you be bringing a ball out of the end zone, and what's the green light for your returner? In this case, it should have been a red light. Should have stayed in the end zone. Terrible field position to start this drive.
In motion left goes Cooks. Now Rattler. Escaping the pressure right. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Even
the opening drive of the game, he wasn't shy about taking off and running with the football, even knowing the defense is definitely going to take their shots at him, and that's exactly what they did. He better learn to slide, otherwise he won't be around to finish this one.
2 yards to go, 2nd down. A handoff, running left is Miller. And he'll lose yardage on this one, back to the 13. Now a timeout here, at least for the moment. Looks like one of the Saints is injured, shaken up on that last play. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Down to a knee. That's one option. Here comes the Saints punter now. Back deep is Kadarius Toney. A 46-yard punt with a return of 7. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10.
At their own 46-yard line.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that will bring up 2nd down. You look at the Saints defense. They enter play here 24th in the league against the run.
For some defensive fronts, playing the run is not the priority. It's playing the pass, right? They get upfield, they rush the passer, and sometimes neglect stopping the run. That's something that they have to work on and reverse a little bit. Make sure you play the run on your way back to the quarterback.
2nd and 5.
Panther 60, Panther 60, 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
On the ground, this is Devon Achane. Despite the strong run, he'll be hit and dropped shy of the 45. much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Let's go now. Like.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A big play that time on the catch and run. 33 yards. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Gotta be lying. Go.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. Now on this one, they may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. 2 yards on the pickup. It'll be 2nd down.
At the Saints' 11-yard line.
Here we go. Set. 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal.
A run straight ahead with Achane. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
3rd
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Curtis Hodges, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Seahawks get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. His first career touchdown pass, and it's cliche to say, but he's probably been envisioning this since he was a little kid. That's a cool moment.
It really is. So enjoy the moment, enjoy the time, celebrate, save the full reflection for later, but make sure you grab someone on the sidelines and say, hey, make sure I get that football, okay?
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And a 3 and out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
Again, it's Miller. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
They'll come up now 3rd and 9. Here's Shuck. The ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That certainly looks like nothing to show now from these first 2 possessions. And guess what? When you're on a losing streak, that can lead to a full sense of, here we go again. So on the sidelines, the offensive play callers, quarterback, they've got to get together and dial something up to start their next drive. Otherwise, it could be a long game.
A very good kick there, but 15 yards on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They've got the 7-0 lead. Now they've got the football back after their defense got the stop, CD. And you get the feeling if they could score here, they really have all the momentum on their side.
And you just wonder right now, is the quarterback and the play caller totally in sync? Are they of one mind that, hey, what worked last time, let's keep doing it until they stop us? Or do they go to a different section in the playbook, show them something different? Either way, they want a repeat of their first drive.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
Get it? Back row 80. Hey, hey,
A give left side. Here's Achane. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Flush to his right. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 23 yards on the tuck and run.
Haven't met a quarterback yet that didn't enter the league with a massive chip on his shoulder. If he wasn't a first-round pick, they want to show the league that they made a big mistake. Determined to get the first down there, no hesitation at all to tuck it and go. I bet he will try to run through their entire defense. And all the way in, touchdown save!
Devon Achane, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Seahawks have taken a 13-0 first-quarter lead. Another impressive drive, so they're 2 for 2, 2 touchdowns. Charles, a great start to this ball game for them.
And one of the words that's really worked its way into our lexicon is stacking. They've stacked momentum each time out, not only on offense. Between those touchdowns, defense held, forced a punt to get the ball back, and they played awfully well in this one. Both sides playing at optimum level.
And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30.
Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6. $14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Saints with a football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. They'll try to run for it with Miller. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. It'll be a gain of 6 that time as it moves the chains as well.
And they really need to get get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
A first down carry now for Miller. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. And tip your cap to DeMarcus Lawrence. Nice play defensively. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Now Shuck. Finding Taysom Hill complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
So often when we're watching a football game, we see one with a lot of ebbs and flows, and this one is no different. And sometimes you just need a big play to wake you up a bit. And they get one right there. That shot of caffeine this offense was looking for.
Running left is Miller. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Y'all got to pump my face. Y'all can't pump my face. Anybody know power?
So still 14 yards to go, 2nd down. Shuck now to throw. To the right side, complete to Miller. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
The offense on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Now it's Miller running right. And they'll get this down to the 10. And they'll get 14 yards out of it and a fresh set of downs.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll run it again with Miller. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Well, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
This is 2nd and 8. Operating from the gun, here's Shuck. Eluding the pressure right. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
They'll look to make it 3 for 3 on 3rd down conversions. They need a yard here. They'll give it up the middle to Miller. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. He lost 2 and it brings up 4.
With the way things have gone in this game, I think they've got to consider going for it here. I realize it's just the 2nd quarter, so they're not panicking, but they need something to give them positive momentum to get things going.
The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They'll run. It's Miller. And he's not going to get in. They stop him at the 1. Miller kept out of the end zone on 4th and goal. And the Seahawks able to come up with a goal line stand. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
So a much rosier picture now after that last play. Here's 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line. Rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. They've got a pretty comfortable lead right now, but maybe a little too careless with the football that time for the rookie.
I think the key word there is comfortable. And there's two schools of thought on it. With that type of a lead, maybe you can take a few more chances because you have a cushion. Others will tell you, don't eat up the cushion with careless play. He'll learn to ride that line as he moves on in his career.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Ready. Get your blue.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
And just a little too lackadaisical, Charles, and they didn't get up and snap the ball in time. Delay of game.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if he understood where the clock was located. In different stadiums, it's in different places. You have to check that in pregame and make sure you're aware so you don't run into penalties like these.
Ready.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15.
45. Wide. Ready.
Now here's a throw out wide. Oh, this might be a double pass. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44.
Brings up 2nd and
2
1.
minutes to play first half. It's 14-0.
Striker. 3-3. Here we go. 60 red.
Now a throw here out wide. He might be looking to throw this again. That is incomplete. Well, they tried to take the shot there, but the defense, they read that double pass all the way, and now you've got 3rd down. Facing some long odds here if they hope to convert, as they're well behind the original line of scrimmage. The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And he'll get it out to midfield. Let's say a spot right at midfield at the 50. It's a pickup of 6, but it's not going to be enough. And the punt team's going to be summoned on 4th down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They'll indeed go. Here's Shuck. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. What a real head-scratcher there. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. Good starting field position for them here as they come up first and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Well, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead. Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Yeah, let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Here's second and 10.
Get it. Ready.
Back to throw here. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Let's go now.
Back to throw.
That's complete to Parham.
And he's taken down at the 7th after a gain of 7.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
Second down and 3. Ball on the 7.
Ready. Cowboys. 60 Eagles. Ready.
Up the middle, Achane.
And he is in for a Seattle touchdown.
Devon Achane with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Seahawks will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Well, I don't think that we're ready yet to say the route is on, but they have certainly looked near flawless here in this first half, and now an extra point away from making it 21-0.
Yeah, and your experience led you to say that because we have both seen those 21-0 leads come and go in this league. But this one feels pretty darn secure. And here's the other part. Even when people chip away at it, it forces you into being almost perfect on the other side, doesn't it, in order to try and mount a comeback.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I want to put a little smoke into Bandit there. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there, but they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
Now second and 3.
Taken down at the 46-yard line. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. Now they try the right side here. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12.
Yellow, 43.
They're going to get this outside. Oh, this could be a double pass. To the right side and intercepted. Picked off by Reek Woolen. And the Seahawks are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 47-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches.
Cowboy 80. Gotta be lying.
Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game.
So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. We saw this franchise do this back in the 2009 Super Bowl. The Saints will start the second half with an onside kick. And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half. The onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators, they sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'll guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. Throw over the middle into the hands of the tight end Parham. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Running right, here's Achane. 84 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
After another impressive run, the question has to be asked, how do you slow these guys down running the football? I think they're going to try and get more people to the point of attack, try and get more people to the line of scrimmage, almost use a variety of run blitzes in order to try and get it done.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Hodges. The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air, another 1st down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw. That's complete right around the 8. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Bo Melton, a 12-yard touchdown grab.
And the Seahawks have opened the lead up to 30. The extra point now coming from Myers. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
The score, Seahawks 31, Saints nothing. Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin at the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
Well, it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
A third down now. Those last two plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. There's Chris Olave. And this effort won't do it. He needed to get to the 45. He's a yard or two short. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a fourth down. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as they'll go for it on fourth down. They run. It's Kamara. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. They've been burned twice already on fourth down, but the third time's the charm as they keep the drive moving. At first glance, I actually wasn't sure that he got it, but he ended up getting it by about a full yard.
He certainly did, but it took a little effort, didn't it? Took some nice push, a little crease inside, and some determined running to make sure that he got the first down.
Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there on second down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Second and 6.
They run it again with Kamara. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. A 10th carry for Kamara. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. A rough go there on third down, a loss of 4.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. Now Shuck on fourth down.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And that will force a turnover on downs. Now a play fake here on first down.
He's able to find Martin.
And all the way in, touchdown Seattle.
second touchdown of this third quarter. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So that pretty conclusively, I might add, shows you the perils of going for it and not making it on fourth down. One play, touchdown.
Yeah, and I've got to put this on the man in charge, the head coach. He made the decision to go for it. To me, when punting was the only decision to make, and it backfired on him in a big way.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. The disparity in this game, it just seems to grow with each possession here, Charles. They are really struggling. They have not put up a single point, and on the other side, the points keep piling up and up and up.
So you know the frustration level has to be rising, right? So they've got to find a way to quell that, because otherwise they certainly won't get anything done in this one. Keep diving deeper into the offensive playbook, but bottom line is don't quit competing.
Second down, and it's Kamara again.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one, and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Here's 3rd and 9.
Kamara trying the right side. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
I know they'd love to take some heat off of that young quarterback, but so far, not much in the running game, and this won't help things either. A loss on that play.
And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9.
They're indeed going for it. Here's Shuck.
That one complete to Hill. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. Trying the left side with Kamara. Oh, an absolutely filthy joke. He's got some space now. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory.
78 yards rushing for it in the ball game now on 14 carries.
He had been held in check. Now he breaks that big run. Shows the explosiveness we all knew was there.
All right, tell the truth now. You knew it was just a matter of time, didn't it? We've seen this so many times from him. Hold him down, and then breaks out.
Miller.
And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal.
There's Cooks in motion right. To throw now, Shuck.
Sliding out of the pocket. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown.
Tyler Shuck,
his 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Saints are able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit. Blake Grupe now for the extra point.
So they get one score back, but still a long ways to go here in this 3rd quarter.
Saints 7.
I guess the last score wasn't enough for them. They want more. Here comes an onside kick. And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have. The risk-reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play. And here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them. And field position leads you to that type of play calling. And whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
The drive starts with a run from Achane. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line.
And that's good for a Seahawks.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Get it! Back up!
This thrown quickly out to Jones. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first.
Partner, I know we're still in the afternoon slate here. Some primetime games still on the docket, but it's going to be tough to top this effort. What an offensive performance we have seen. They have been unstoppable from the moment we began this game, and they're not holding back. They're still throwing the football here in the fourth.
They certainly are, and let me tell you something. If you're old school, you don't like this at all. But in today's football, you just go ahead and savor it. Watch a team execute at a high level. Doesn't matter what the scoreboard says.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be second down.
At the Saints' 26-yard line.
They'll set up to throw. That's a short one here, complete to the tight end. They just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there.
Let's go now. Hawk 70, Hawk 18, Rattler, 18, Rattler. 19 tight, 19 tight.
Back to throw again. And they're going to get him. He's sagged back around the 28. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on second. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done.
7, go.
Now back to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Donald Parham, 28 yards. And the Seahawks look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here this fourth quarter. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Jason Myers to kick off.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And it's a pretty good return here, so he'll get this up to the 29. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play.
So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat.
Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's a 2nd down and 9.
busy this afternoon. It's Kamara again. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it 1 more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked in the distance you need. And that's exactly what they got done.
Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawks defense. That sack goes to Boye Mafe.
Talk about 2 sides of the ball cross purposes, because mercifully this game's almost over for the offense, but the defense, they still want to get a few shots in. Their front 7, they've loved this ball game. They've been able to pad their stats, and maybe some backups can get in and get a sack as well.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Coming left is Kamara. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down.
Well, we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done, because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
The Saints on 3rd down, just a 20% success rate at 2 of 10. This will be a tough 3rd and 18.
Out route to Hill, complete.
And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball, because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. And now here comes the 3rd of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears try to go for it on 4th. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
And with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Back to 60. Let's go now.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Wide open receiver, complete. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. That's good for 28 yards.
That's good.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, and moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. but you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just kind of give us that look like that's what he's paid to do. So it's a very unusual situation. I'd want him out. They tend to leave him in.
Here we go, set. Bronco 80. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
He'll drop to throw. This caught left side by the tight end Parham. 3 yards is the gain that time, 2nd and goal.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost by.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we haven't been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And a nifty return there all the way across the 40.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Given 9 on the carry, but it's not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now.
They'll throw. Here's Shuck. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. A give to Kamara running right. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock.
Kamara gets it again on 2nd down.
And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. To throw is Shuck. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Reek Woolen. The 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead. And it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them, play it straight, do all the right things. But these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances. And
Sheep are rolling on the floor, laughing, rolling on the floor, laughing, rolling on the floor, laughing.
PAT. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And they will wrangle him down a couple of yards shy of the 30.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Loudly crying face, loudly crying face, loudly crying face.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Well, this is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you go to the film and find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. Second and 10. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And that would be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for the Seahawks, they get back in the win column as they move to 2-1 now on the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Arizona Cardinals. Meanwhile, for New Orleans, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head up to Orchard Park to take on the Buffalo Bills.